Hey Space Watchers, and welcome back here from the Falling Walls Science Summit 2024. Today it's the 9th of November and we are celebrating the 35th anniversary of the falling Berlin Wall here. And I have the great pleasure in the frame of this event here to stand in front of the Euclid model and have the project science lead of ESA with me, Dr. Valeria Pettorino. I hope I pronounced it correctly. How are you doing?
Very well, very exciting to be here. Thank you.
Fantastic. So, what specific goals does Euclid Mission aims to achieve, and how might they transform into our better understanding of dark matter and dark energy? Tell us a bit about that.
The ESA Euclid mission is really meant to address some of the most fundamental questions in the study of the universe we live. One, what is the nature of dark energy? What is the nature of dark matter? These are very mysterious components, yet which make up 95% of the total universe. So that's quite a lot, and I think we will have now a really great opportunity with Euclid to map the universe, to map the sky, as we have never done it before, fast, within 6 years, and with an extremely high resolution. And this will really allow to gather a lot of data and address these questions.
I can imagine so. Can you tell us more about the unique technology, what is built in Euclid, and how they work together to map what you just mentioned, the universe, the arc of the universe? And what you don't know, we saw a presentation of Valeria before with the sheer amount of data. It's so fantastic, but you can find it all on sky.esa.int, right? Right.
Yes, on ESA Sky you can see the images, and you can zoom in on the first images that we have released last May and still see very, very tiny details. And the universe is really, really diverse. You see galaxies of different forms merging, new stars which are born, and down to the scale of planets. And all this is possible, as you were saying, thanks to two instruments which are on board. One which measures images of galaxies, billions of galaxies, thanks to an incredibly powerful camera, which is a mosaic of 600 megapixels. If you imagine that your typical phone has 12 megapixels, you can realize how incredible this is to look at the universe with such a powerful optics. And the second instrument that measures spectra of galaxies, and from there we can derive their distances. This happens in the near-infrared band.
Fantastic, and it's all built in here. So why is that a breakthrough?
Well, if you imagine that I had worked for 16 years before launch just on simulated data, together with many, many other people. There is a collaboration of more than 3,500 people who have worked and developed such technology, and thanks to them, this instrument is now observing the universe. This is a very, very special moment, because we have just released a few weeks ago an image that represents 1% of the map of the universe, and that already includes 100 million sources between stars and galaxies beyond our Milky Way. So it's really a special, special moment. We are receiving every day, including today, more than 100 gigabytes per day of data. And there's lots of people now, not on TV or here with us, who are processing this data. So I think we have now the opportunity to see new things that nobody has seen before.
With such a complex project, I'm quite sure not everything worked very smooth. So what have been the challenges that you had to master on this way where it is today?
Yes, there were already a few challenges. You can imagine it is a challenge by itself, the fact that the telescope has to work from space. So first of all, the launch has to work, and all the instruments on board have to work. So there were a few months of testing first, and at the beginning, when everything was switched on, not everything was working. For example, there is a sensor, which is a very, very fine instrument, a fine guidance sensor, that is meant to keep the camera still while you take a picture, like you would do on Earth, but for much longer time, to protect the images from the tiny oscillations of the telescope. And this was not really working. It was actually moving all around, drawing very artistic patterns in the sky. And it took a lot of effort from ESA, from industry, scientists, to develop a software update that would fix the problem. That was one of the issues. There were others, but fortunately they are monitored and solved. And again, it took a lot of effort, but the White Survey of Euclid started last February, and now it's working well.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time, and good luck with the upcoming experiments that you're doing, and again with the processing of the data and the results. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
With that, SpaceWatch out here from Berlin. Bye.